that unnecessary. Because now almost everybody is a content creator, influencer kind of person on social media, and that's not really like my flair. That's like not what I would normally want to do. But maybe because of the pressure, I'll now be thinking, okay, maybe I can just, why is this rich man smiling? Sorry, maybe I can just start doing that. So it just starts to play with your mind somehow. It just starts to play with your mind somehow. And that thing again is, at this time now, almost everybody that works with some certain area of businesses is sort of on hold. For example, I cannot even sew so much clothes. If I say I want to sew face masks now, who will buy? Because number one, everybody is making homemade face masks or tying handkerchief. And if I say I want to sell one for a certain amount that might seem expensive to them, but to me seems cheap because I can gain maybe 100 naira from one. How many face masks am I going to say that I'm going to be gaining 100 naira? So it's just that feeling of what can I do at this point to just re-strategize myself, to put myself out there in the market, because truth be told, people are using this period to cash out from other people. And majority, like people probably that work in government that are used to 9-to-5 jobs and have zero idea about business. And government jobs that are resuming is from level 14 above. So people that are starting at maybe level 7, 8, 9, they're doing absolutely nothing. Then they go to social media and everybody's just posting one thing or the other, and you just start feeling some sort of not having value or feeling depressed. So it's just that feeling of what can we do to keep our mind afloat, not to indulge in those pressures. Because truth be told, once I tried deleting my Instagram accounts, and I'm like, if I delete it, first of all, my Maka Eze account is on Instagram. I'll have to probably post through Maka because I really don't want to wake up and see all of these things and it just throws me off and I'll just be unhappy. And you could just, and it's you cannot even say, oh, don't look at it. It's just natural that this kind of thing comes to you. You might take, for example, you go to LinkedIn, someone just tell you, LinkedIn has this way of making you feel like you're not smart or you're not in the business world or something. I don't know if you guys understand what I mean. There's a way people on LinkedIn celebrate their accomplishments, and you just be feeling like, am I not part of these people in the world that are supposed to be accomplished? So that kind of thing just plays with your mind, and you just start feeling some sort of inadequacy or just like, I'm really not doing so much. So it's just how to help ourselves position our mind in a way that we are doing well, even if it might seem not to have like the results that we want now, but that's just basically, that's as best I can describe the topic. Hey, Egbamio, I'm listening.
I have a question for you. You know, because what you I'm sure this thing that you just said, if not everybody, at least most people are in a way feeling it. Some people are at different levels, right? You know, and so when you're saying it, I'm also like putting myself in your shoes, and I'm not exactly having that same issue, right? And I want to use the reason why I want to ask questions is because I want to use where I'm coming from to see if I can help. You understand? And that's why I say that situations like this, it's always come from somewhere deeper that we don't know. You know, if we do not feel, if there's okay, say you're doing well, you're so like this fear, like there's okay, let me ask the question. Let me don't conclude for you, right? Have you ever asked yourself why you feel that way? You know, like, what is it about people's accomplishments that makes me feel that way?
Is one of the main reasons is like I feel like
you're not
putting in enough. You know that feeling of you're putting in so much. No, like you're putting in so much, but you're not seeing the results. Like you are putting in, you're putting in the time, you're putting in the smart work, hard work.
One thing I'll mention here, which is something that somehow I always chip in, but most people don't understand why. You know, there's this thing called patience. It is
no. Now see the thing. Sorry to cut you. Now it's not that you don't have patience. It's not that you don't have patience. Now, when it comes to my business, I've already even pictured my growth to start from like the 5th year. Choma 1 to 5 is going to be hard. You're going to probably be at losses. You're going to have customers be on your throat. You're going to have this. but that is what success is all about. But in that time, is the problem is the time that you are in now can be really frustrating. For a woman, for example, that is about to give birth to her first child, that first 9 months, she's probably, before the first 9 months, she's probably looking forward to having a child. Once that 9 months come, she cannot even wait for it to be done, because she's like, oh my goodness, I cannot sleep, my back is paining me, my diet is changing, I'm adding weight, my nose is swelling up, my eye is swelling up. So it's just that time to just, now,
No,
when women give birth, they don't have
this is
postpartum
not you
depression.
having
No, I'm
it.
just giving the example.
Yeah, okay.
No, it's just that time to just keep your mind not to feel pressured, or not to feel like
And
you're not doing well, or not to feel
that's why I'm trying
like
to tell you that
you're not
low
patient
key,
enough. Yeah, I don't know if you understand what I mean.
I get you, but what I'm trying to say is that low key,
Yeah.
everybody, there's something about, I know about this thing, like you have knowledge about something. You understand? Like you can have a very strong and deep knowledge about something, doesn't necessarily mean that that thing is ingrained in you. And evidence always comes, like things like this always come to show you that you don't really have that thing. You just have the knowledge. Like when you're saying, oh, you have this knowledge and understanding that Makaze will take time and blah, 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 blah. But when somebody comes and flaunts his own success, his own quick success, right? You already, at that moment, your mind starts going haywire, like what's going on? That's because you really, truly do not have patience ingrained in you. If you do, right, it will be very difficult for you to be moved by other people's successes. And it's the way I look at it.
No,
like the way I look at it personally is that if for some reason
Richmond, please stay one place. Richmond, stay one place. You're distracting us.
So the way I always look at it is this. Apart from what you should be asking yourself is, why am I not having patience? Not denying that you don't have patience.
No, you don't understand. It's not as if, say, for someone like me, once I see this, most times it just motivates me. When I see someone doing something that, oh, okay, it just motivates me, okay, how can I think of a different approach to doing this or doing this? Or I can probably even sleep, wake up, or pray about it, and I'm okay, because I would most likely just tell myself, Choma, good things take time. But I'm not talking about the patience now. I don't even know if I should have the most patience, because, for example, when I had my surgery and I was trying to look at the time that people recovered, I would see that people recover at 1 month, 2 months, and see me still using a walking stick at 3 months, 3 to 4 months.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
At that point, no, chill. At that point, I was sad, just at that point. But after all, I just decided, okay, if I need to probably drop this walking stick, I need to maybe like exercise more. I need to do this more. I need to do this more. And step by step, I saw myself okay. So it's the same thing I'm trying to say as regarding business. Now, when you see someone succeeding, it's not as if you go and throw yourself in one depression. No, I'm saying at that point when you see it, for a moment you would just feel sad, like, oh, okay, this person got it in like 2 months, and this is you trying it in like 4 months. Then you just tell us, okay, maybe you need to re-strategize, or you execute well, or try a different approach, or do something. But in that be one of sadness is because a few people now, I'm not just talking for myself, a few people now, that one day of sadness can spiral into 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, then probably graduate into something else. I'm just saying, but for me, once I'm sad, maybe like a month or two, I say a month, a day or two, I just go back to my drawing book. Okay, what can I do to be better? How can I leverage on this? What can I do? How can I improve? How can I do this? And I'm a whole lot better because.
Okay, so let me ask a question in another way, and then I'll probably ask someone to add to that. Can you hear me, Choma?
Sorry, my network went bad. I don't even know if y'all can see me or hear me.
Can you hear me?
My network is bad.
Can you hear me, Choma?
Hello.
Yes, can you hear me? I want to be sure if you can hear me. hear me anyway. But, Sassy,
Now,
I want to ask you a question. Do you have this type of feeling sometimes?
like things are not going well for you.
Yeah. What, like, I'm sure you heard some of the things that she explained. The
I
situation
heard some of the things.
where you know you have plan for your business and whatnot, but like this situation now, you're seeing that people are doing stuff and people are cashing out on in some way. You know, does it affect you emotionally? Like, oh, you
You're not
know,
doing
I'm
enough.
not doing enough, or you know, does that happen to you?
It happens to me a lot. Like sometimes just sit down, strategize,
So
just be
the
like,
network was bad.
man, if I put this strategy, I'm going to sell out, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And the next thing, when you now implement it, nothing still happens.
Happens, yeah.
Yeah,
So
nothing happens.
so
But
what do you do? What do you do about that?
we keep moving, you try again, you try something else, you try something different. Because sometimes the way life is I just realized that life is not programmed the way we think it is. Sometimes something that you didn't even plan. I can use my designs, for example. I could
Yeah.
have a design in my head and I'll just be like, man, if I do this, it's going to sell out. And then I can make that dress and then nobody buys, like not even one person. And then I can just jokingly make a clothes, like just playing one night, just make something, and then just do a photo shoot. And then randomly people be saying, I like this, blue, green, purple. And I'm like, are you kidding me? The one that I was thinking people were going to like, nobody likes it. And then this one, I'm just having fun. The whole world likes it, you know?
Yeah.
So sometimes plans doesn't go as you think they will, but that's life.
So how do
It happens to
you
everybody.
how do you manage your emotions during that period?
Uh, what I do is I just keep telling myself that we keep moving. I look at other big designers and then sometimes I get motivated because everybody has setbacks. So I just believe that it's not happening to only me, it's happening to everybody. It's a normal way of life. If you don't have setbacks, if everything goes the way as planned, then that means you're doing something wrong. That's what I believe. You understand, yeah? So
Yeah.
there has to be setbacks definitely in life. And then thank God now I've grown to the age whereby I actually understand this. Before I was thinking maybe nobody likes me, nobody likes my designs, my business is whacked, this, that. But then now I realize that maybe there's something you're doing wrong. Maybe you're translating this design the way people don't understand it. Maybe you should actually try and ask people what they want so you can make that. Do you understand?
So now, in a situation like where we are now, if you go online, you see that, oh, right now my business is a little bit slow, but somebody else that is doing something close to mine, or you know, around what I'm doing, is being creative, making some serious money out of it.
Things happen.
Does it affect you that person is making so much money and you're not at that moment?
Yes, it affects me. It affects me very well. But what would I do? If the person is my friend, I'll ask the person, babe, what are you doing differently? Because it seems like you're cashing out.
Yeah.
And the person is not my friend, I'll try to probably stalk the person and try to copy whatever I see the person is doing differently. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And then secondly, I got to realize that a lot of people lie on social media, especially. They'll be writing sold out. They're not selling out anything. So sometimes you shouldn't allow that to get. That's I just tell myself sometimes. I'll be like, oh, this babe that is saying sold out. Nothing like sold out anything. Do you understand? Because I've experienced a lot of behind the scene with people where they'll be forming sold out. Life is wonderful. Life is beautiful. They don't have any problem in this world. Meanwhile, it is all a facade. Everybody in this world has problems, like bounty problems. Do you understand? And I've communicated with a lot of big designers, and I just realized that some problems I have is similar to the same problems they have. So which means that we're in this together. So nobody is living any jolly. Nobody's life is 100% perfect. You get. So if you can just convince yourself that sometimes you understand that life is not rosy for the whole world, and you're not alone in this.
Yeah, I think one major thing that I'm always surprised why in our mind doesn't really do justice to it. Like people are social media is fake. Like you can't measure somebody's success by how much a person flexes on social media.
Am I not the one that will sit down in my house and be posting pictures that I traveled since 1960 and people are telling me,
hailing you that you're enjoying?
I'm under my blanket sleeping. Even my sister will post something like, hey, you're enjoying, who are you cooking that food? I'll say, babe, I ate this food last 3 weeks. That's life. A lot of people.
You need to apologize for all the things you've been doing to us on social media. The one people that make us feel horrible about ourselves.
Are you freaking kidding me? No, I'm just one of them.
Rafael, it's like we'll go back to all those pictures that we traveled and all those pictures that were in UK.
Ralph and Uzo, if you're on your own, you're the only ones not posting. So better have fun and make people jealous. That's what people do.
It's not
now people will be hailing you. You're a big boy. Meanwhile, not seen.
Wait, are you not saying
Ralph
and Uzo have nothing?
No, I said, nah, that's not what No, I meant like nothing.
It's not fair. Why would you say that?
That's not what I said. I said
nothing.
No, Richmond, I meant nothing at that point. Like I'm in my house. Okay, did you see the picture? Okay, no. Did you see the picture I posted today? I didn't take that picture in Nigeria.
I'm not following you.
Okay, so people were like, did you travel? Did you this? I'm in my house, wearing casual, wearing something very casual, and then my hair is unmade, everything, and people are already hailing me, yeah, you're flexing and stuff. You get the normal way of like every celebrity, everybody does this. People Buhari cannot post his picture, his life picture. So why should I?
So I think that's one thing. That's one very important thing to note is that, man, social media is fake. Like, forget. Yeah. You can never get enticed by somebody living, on top private jets or the other. No, man, trust me. You're a lot better than a whole lot of people that you see on social media. You are a lot better.
Ralph, your mic is stuttering.
What did you say?
Your mic is stuttering. I'm serious.
My mic is what?
Stuttering.
Well, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. I don't want to attack your character. I rather the mic. So continue.
So, but what I'm saying is that going back,
Chairman, they're taking lights.
Yeah, they have. I know, right?
I think
the country that we're in.
No, is the haircut. Is the haircut that has caused it?
Haircut.
Please leave Uzo's haircut alone. Leave it. It is fine.
So,
it brings light to this group.
Okay. You don't see me.
Your hair is nice. I like your haircut.
Thank you, Ethel. Better person.
No, legit. I like it.
The guy have left again.
Please, how can we remove Richmond from this group?
No. So what is up? Who babbed here?
Who babbed it? I beg. Who is that guy?
I'm saying you no pay. I'm saying you no pay for this.
The guy give you compass cut.
Oh my God. So, but on the serious note there,
sure.
It's very important, this thing, apart from the fact that you don't believe anything that you see on social media. And apart from that, I don't like blaming social media, right? I blame our own insecurity. Because even before Facebook, Instagram, and all those things came on board, we usually look at newspaper, magazine, and still envy people out there. People still flex. People still fake life. People still live fake life, right? So it's our own insecurity.
No, it's rampant now.
Yeah, it's our own insecurity that we need to deal with. We are being insecure about something. Maybe it's okay. Really, maybe it's our business. Maybe we are not sure about the way we are doing things.
Even relationships, to be like,
yeah,
oh my God, when?
No. The thing is, what I understand. We all have insecurity, right? That is why makeup is selling more. for example, fashion
Yeah.
designers are selling more,
Yeah,
but all
wigs.
these things but they are enablers that
Yeah.
kind of increase that insecurity, because they will not make money without increasing your insecurity.
Of course. Of course. The only
Ah,
Okay,
money
like,
without it.
but
like now, see
I
beards.
think,
Beards is in vogue now. Everybody doesn't have beard. You think he has not arrived.
no,
See beard
it's a
craze.
lie.
Those
It's a
are
lie.
mad right
Hey,
now.
it's not true.
Shoma, it's not true. But I think,
No, who's
personally,
maybe you are different.
I feel it's very okay. It is very okay. Problems. Trust me, nobody will come to your aid. But if you can package your problem in such a way that it looks like a solution, then when they come, they realize there's a problem. You always have people around. So you package the problem to look like there is a solution. So by the time they come and meet you, they realize there's a problem. And you have more people solving that for you, you know. So, and then at the same time, I think when people project, especially people around the same field, in terms of businesses and maybe career life, when people project this, their best sides, and probably you're not there yet. You have a projection, maybe like Choma said, in 5 years, I'm going to be this. When you see these things, for me, I see them as like, as motivation, basically. Means
Motivation,
so,
yeah.
Yes. So somebody, because there are a lot of things we try to do. A lot of people who have probably not tried that, or are coming from maybe different background, maybe people who have lived in homes where their parents have been career people, and you're probably in business, and you probably have a lot of friends who are giving to career, and you're telling them this is what you want to do in 5 years. You have a lot of people being pessimistic about your ideas. They tell you, man, it might not happen, it might not. So when you see those people, projecting all of these things, whether true or lies, I feel it gives you a sense of motivation and saying, yeah, I can pull this through. Maybe I just have to work a bit harder. And of course, I can even downscale my timeline. If I was saying 5 years before, maybe I should try 4 years. Maybe I should just work extra harder. I can get there, So I think it's not really a bad thing for that to happen. And of course, we should also agree that we all have insecurities. It's something that is there. That's why we're human beings. It's called flaws.
Mm-hmm.
We have to, and the only thing we do every day is trying to perfect these things. We try. And the truth is, like Etel said, this same thing happens to me. I've come up with some brilliant ideas in my head. They're like, they could sell. I came up with one last year. In fact, that was before last year. I traveled. I've done a couple of things to get partners and all that. I thought that would sell like major, with all the partnership, with all the this. But that one was freaking us. When I even got some people coming, some off-takers, the major stuff we needed didn't come to. But the moment I moved that into a kind of crazy as maybe short-term investment scheme, a lot of people brought money in. And I'm like,
less than a minute left.
At the time I thought of that idea and somebody else, it felt like I was even doubting. I was like, oh, this is not going to sell. But that sold. So the truth is, you just never know. All you have to do is, when you see this thing, just keep trying different things until you get it right. But at the end of the day, realize that whatever you're putting out there, you're trying to appeal to people. So don't always put your own before people. You get? So when people start buying this particular design or particular thing, you realize that is what people really want, not what you want. I don't know if you get me, Sha.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think it's okay to feel very insecure. Like right now, I know Uzo feels very insecure about his beard and all that. It's okay. It's cool. You understand?
Okay, let me say something. I don't know what Uzo's hair has done to you, but I like it. I like it, Sha. See, I like what you said here about being insecure is good. But then how many...
Choma, let me cut you off. Let me cut you short like a second, please. You said something about your business breaking even in 5 years, as in you're going to be in a very good place. So no. You don't. I'm not. No, I'm going somewhere with this. I'm going somewhere with this. I